Hey, cuties. Happy Saturday. Let me remove this. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me say some hellos. You know what, Teresa? I feel the same doggone way. OMG. I think it was Wednesday. Wednesday may have been the last day I was live. I had to take a couple days. And then I had some unexpected landscaping work that had to be done yesterday. Had to have a hose repaired and all of that. So I was going to go live yesterday, but that happened. But yes, I feel the same way. I really, really do. So I can't do that. I can't do that. I got to get things in order. But you guys know sometimes you just need a little breather, self time. I did a little shopping and all of the above yesterday. And then going out later on tonight after our Let Loose Lounge. So to the Cutie Crew members, as well as the Patreon members, we will be watching Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 1, Episode 6. That will be the wedding, and that will be the showdown and conversation between Mel and Martell. It was an epic episode. Epic words said in the episode. Let me say that. So we'll do that. I just wanted, this is really just like a pre-live to that. I got so much stuff, but it'll have to be tomorrow or Monday. I got some Huntsville stuff Uh, um, I don't want to say it's breaking news, but it's new news. So we'll do a lot of that tomorrow. But let me say some hellos. Shout out to you guys. Please hit the like button on your way in. I'm going to scroll back up. Shirley Macklin was the first person in the live. Shout out to you, Shirley. Oh, I'm doing so much over here. I got to write this down. Give me 1 second so I won't forget tomorrow. Cookie from the Shy. Hey, Cookie, how are you? Hello again to Teresa Rice. Shout out to all the Cutie Crew members in the building. Lavinia, Joyce, TNTG Mom. Let's see, Miss Tina, Tia P, Irene, Creole Girl, Annette, Michelle B, Bonnie, Baby Peaches. Happy Saturday to you as well. Patricia, how are you, Patricia? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Reader, hi, Reader. How are you? Hello, Chris. How are you? I'm trying to see your avatar. Does that say trust no one? Trust no one, child. Speaking of trust no one, we'll get into a little bit more about that once we get down to the Funky Dineva, Claudia Jordan, Al Reynolds, and Armand stuff. The Gworls are fighting. Okay. Um, let's see. Couple more. I'm scrolling. Hey, Mitzi, how are you? How are you? Now, those of you that are not Cutie Crew members or anything like that, make sure to stay in the live because I'm just gonna talk a little bit about what I remember when it comes to this episode that we're going to be watching, the Cutie Cruise members. But those of you that are not members, I want your thoughts. So again, the iconic words of Melody Cherie, you should have kept your penis in the household, was said in the episode that we'll watch tonight. Okay, couple more. Did I get you, Sheila? Nope, I did not. Deborah Jackson, you said you got your flip flops. Oh, yeah. Deborah, send me a picture. Do I have any of my cutie merch in here? Where's my cutie merch, child? I'll bring up the website. But thank you to each and every one of you that have ordered from my website. I appreciate you guys. Those of you that have shopped the cutie in my cutie store. So let me bring it up real quickly. Child, I'm doing too much. I'm trying to move off of Deborah's comment, but I'll go ahead and share with you guys real quickly. It is chit chat with QT.com. And over there, I got some cute little merch. And you guys check it out. So let me put it on the screen and then I will show you guys. But I'm waiting for it to come up on my phone. There it is. There it is. And then my cutie merch is here. Come on now. Child, hold on for 1 second. I gotta. Okay. I had to stop sharing that for 1 second. Let me see something else. My goodness. Okay, here we go. And let me go back and share it again. Thank you, Deborah Jackson, though. But those of you that are coming in, please hit the like button for me. I appreciate it. But we got some of everything on here. This I'm looking at right in front of me. This cutie mug. Love, love, love. Vibrant colors, but you can get them in any color. Whatever you desire with my logo on it. And a couple ladies have ordered this. Well, I don't want to just say ladies. The hats. I have both. The trucker, if you like the trucker type hats, those are there. Hey, sis. I see you. Master registered nursing degrees. I was just about to say, Chad, what you doing up in here? All right. That is one of the winners of my contest for Mimosas with Melody, mastered art, child, master registered nursing degrees. And she's in the comments and said that she is getting dressed. Please, please, please take lots of pictures. And congratulations again to you. What else? Drinkware. I got the tumblers, the water bottles. These phone cases are amazing. Amazing. They are the tough, where you can drop them and I'll let nothing gonna happen. I got naturally I'm a Apple head, so I got this one right here, the iPhone tough case. What else? It's a couple different things that you can purchase, and I do have some more things that will be added. I got an idea that somebody is working on me for some more different type of merch. That'll be coming later. Also, don't forget we got our cutie crew, the Cuties take over Vegas coming 2025. So I am working with a travel agent, getting things planned, and the only thing is I want to make sure that it is a comfortable month for everybody to come where it is not too hot. Doris, you say you don't have a phone case for the Android 13. It has any phone that you have. Let me go back to the phones real quick. And I'll show you, Doris. Hopefully, let's see here. Child, I'm not oh, maybe I zoned. Hold on. Which phone, Doris? Android A13. Okay, well, real quickly for the Android users, I'll share what's on here now, but I'll definitely look into it after this live or after the Let Loose Lounge. But we got the Galaxy 10s, 20s, 21s, all of the above, the Note 10, all of that. So I'll look into the A13 and see if that's something that can be added, Doris. I will. Okay. But chitchatwithqt.com, t-shirts and all that is going to be added soon. I'm waiting on a designer to finish and a whole lot going on with that. But let me go ahead. Love you too, Kathy Johns. Let me bring up Kathy's comment. Kathy, thank you so very much for being a Cutie Crew member for 11 months. I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate all of the subscribers, the new subscribers, everybody. Everybody. Okay. So I thank you guys so much. Hey, Cricket. Hey, Star Child. Hey, Samantha. How are you, sis? Hope you're good. Shout out to Linda Gamble. You guys know I say Linda Gamble is the legend of the mods. The legend of the mods. Linda Gamble, man's probably everybody's chat from what I could see. Trusted mod, trusted mod. So shout out to the cutie mods in the building, the cutie crew, as well as the cuties. But let's get started because I just wanted to do some hot topics and some Huntsville happenings. And then we'll be headed over to the Let Loose Lounge. For those of you that are not members, I'll put that up before we get started. If you want to join us, as far as being a cutie crew member, let me go ahead and put that in the chat. You can click this link and join here. And I got a good story coming on Patreon. Child, coming on the backup channel and Patreon. Husband and wife out of Georgia, child. Just going at it, okay? I don't want to give too much away because I want you guys to look at the video, but that will be coming on Patreon and my backup channel tomorrow, and a lot more interactive videos like that. Hey, Tawana, how are you? Hey, Square Biz. Guys, if you guys in Square Biz, let me go ahead and be the first one to do it. If you guys can put some praying emojis in the chat for Square Biz. Square Biz lost her dad this week, And Square Biz, I am praying for you and your family. And may your dad rest in peace. May your dad rest in peace. So drop some praying emojis, guys. But let's get started. I got a good hour or so to spend. And then, like I said, we'll get ready. Hot topics, child. Hot topics. And I want you all's thoughts on this. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the disclaimer. I will be sharing from Instagram. I got about 30 pages open up here. 30 of them. But we spoke the other day about Krishan Rock, and this is covered under fair use. Let me put that banner up as well. Um, Krishan Rock, new mom in jail. Okay. And just crazy all the way around. Went to visit Blueface, knowing she had warrants and all of that, even though they would have caught her anyway. You know what I'm saying? They would have caught her anyway eventually, but this girl is so sprung over Blueface that, I don't know what she was thinking. Well, anyway, they released her mugshot. And I want you all's thoughts because, hey, Neva, every time I look at my Trulies, I think about you, sis. I may have something a little stronger tonight. For those of you that's joining me at the Let Loose Lounge, we'll discuss it before we end this live. Don't put it in here now, but I want to know what y'all drinking on tonight. Also, prayers going up to Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie is okay. But I just want you guys, if you can put some praying emojis in the chat for Aunt Debbie as well. Um, I spoke to Aunt Debbie Thursday. So prayers going up for Aunt Debbie as well. Again, Aunt Debbie is okay, but if you guys can please pray for Aunt Debbie as well. But Krishan Rock, you guys see on the screen, here's her mugshot, child. A lot of people saying it looks like Krishan has been scrapping. Tree W, order it. Go to chitchatwithqt.com. Yes, order it. What I think I'm gonna do, the only thing about phones is, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But I think I'll purchase myself a couple hats and all of that. I'm gearing up whenever I hit 25K. I'm gonna have a big 25K giveaway. So yeah, I think I'm gonna order some chit chat with QT merchandise, and then I'll have that as prizes as well. But it looked like Krishan, I don't know, you gotta look real close. I did. I blew it up actually. Looked like she's been scrapping in the slammer. So her eye, right eye, you look under that, that looks black. That looks black. Then when you look at her left cheek, that looks swollen. That looks swollen. Little bit on the right, you can see that huge dumb ass tattoo of Blueface on the side of her face. But she's there. They're saying that it could be 30 days and it could be up to 8 years for her. So we know that she's locked up. Again, new mom, a lot of us, I know I was there. Why and how, I don't know. But a lot of us watch Krishan actually give birth, okay? Actually give birth while she was on live. And that was earlier this year, I'll say January-ish, somewhere around there. And here it is, August. Mama in jail and daddy is in jail. So Blueface, he had court yesterday, and he's been sentenced to 4 years. Both of that baby's parents is in jail. That is the craziest, saddest, sickest thing, if you ask me. And I don't know. I'm gonna say it's just my own personal thoughts that, and I'll show you guys Blueface's dad and next and his mama. But I think social media played a part in creating monsters, in quotation marks. You guys know the saying, you created that monster. I think social media and the Zeus network, especially, created Krishan and Blueface. And they never really had to suffer any consequences. Everybody thought it was cute and funny and getting enjoyment out of it. And a blind person can look at them and tell something ain't right. Something ain't right. So Blueface again has been sentenced to 4 years. According to WAC 100, he may be out in a year. You know how they do the time served and all of that. I don't know. But I also blame Blueface's parents. Now, look, I know that man is overly grown, but take a look at the daddy acting a fool. Take a look, guys. Well, let me unmute it. Man, if you don't shut up, who gets on live just to yell and scream? Who gets on live just to yell and scream? Take a look at the daddy. A mess. A mess. Here's Blueface's mom. Miss Tina, I totally agree. They definitely needed to sit down somewhere. And look, this is what I'm hoping when it comes to Krishan. I hope that Krishan, and I hate to say this because every child should be with their mom, but I'm really, really hoping that she get a little more time where she can really, really sit back and reevaluate her life. It was sad to watch how much control Blueface had over her. And when he went to the slammer, the only reason why he wanted Krishan is in his house is so her money could pay for it. You know what I mean? But the daddy, crazy daddy, is at fault, in my opinion. And this mama right here. Let me play her, child.
We'll try this one more time. Um, I want to get on here and thank everybody for all the love and all the support today, all the prayers. I've seen all the prayers, and I thank y'all so much. I don't want y'all to think that God didn't show up today, because He did. And if you was in the courtroom, you heard Jonathan take accountability. You heard Jonathan sound like Jonathan. He's in his right frame of mind. We didn't get the verdict that we wanted today. We got some closure. We got new beginnings, and we're all hopeful for this to go by smooth and quickly. So thank you guys again for all the prayers and all the love.
Okay, so that was Blueface's mama. And for me, that was the first time that I've ever seen her with any real emotion. She's another one that puts on for social media. And I don't know if the dad is screaming and the mama crying because they know the cash cow that is Blueface is locked up, and money may be getting a little scarce over that way. Also, I really don't have respect for his mom because she talked negatively about his son with Krishan, called him the R word, also known as a little slow, all of that. So again, I just wanted to bring it to you guys. What are you guys' thoughts? Miss Tina, I see you and I on the same page. Miss Tina, and I'm looking on my phone, but you said with parents like them, no one should be surprised how the kids turned out. And I agree. Mixie, totally agree. The baby's safer for now with others. She can get time to reevaluate her life. Yes. She needs it bad. She needs it bad, you know? So hopefully that's what will happen. I don't know who has the baby. I know Blueface's daddy and mama don't. So I'm not sure if that baby is back home with her family. Last that I heard, the baby was with a friend of hers. I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that, again, we all watched this train wreck. I know I did. And I really didn't get any enjoyment out of it, but they've been a hot topic for quite some time. And now both of them sitting down for real. For real. Yes, Teresa. You said that the baby have to deal with that when he grows up. That as well. And you said God is working it out for good. Mixie said that she needs time to get her life together. Neva said it is in the best interest of the baby. They need to stay put. Yes. And I'm not celebrating anybody's downfall. If you do the crime, you got to do the time. So it's not like that people made up anything for them to be where they are. They both did things that were illegal, and that's why they are where they are. You know what I mean? But my concern again is just the child. And what a shame. What a shame. I'm sure you guys remember when she first had that baby and she was in Walmart. She had a dog in the store holding a leash. And then the baby was bent all the way over like he was doing a back bend in the carrier. You know what I mean? She just did not have mother skills for me. But prayers going up to them as well as baby Junior, whatever the baby name is, Krishan Jr. And I hope that they get some time. Krishan, Blueface already been sentenced. She needs to get something and sit down somewhere, as my mama used to say. Sit down. That's that on that. Let me show you guys this real quick because we touched on this in Hot Topics earlier this week. Nelly was arrested. At the time, they said it was for no insurance, and they found ecstasy in his possession. And his attorneys came out and said that he was not arrested for ecstasy possession. So it says, and shout out to the Jasmine brand. According to a statement from attorney Rosenblum, the rapper was arrested for no proof of insurance stemming from 2018. However, the warrant was not issued until December 2023, and Nelly had no knowledge of it. So, that's what the lawyer's saying. Um, we haven't heard from anybody else, and I guess that's a little better, because I'm like, come on, dude, you just had a baby, or Ashanti is about to drop. They said she had a baby boy, but yeah, they're engaged and all of that, and you just really too damn old for this. You really, really are. Even the driving with no insurance part, So that's that on that. That's that on that. Um, let's see. Before we get to, I want to show you guys this real quick. Huge, huge fan at back in the day of Michael Jordan. Huge fan. Um, my brother was head of security at the United Center and had the pleasure of meeting some of the players and taking pictures in the stadium and all of that stuff. And at the time, Marcus and Jeffrey, naturally they were younger. We used to go past Michael Jordan's, the daddy's mansion and all of that. Anyway, Marcus has been in the news child for quite some time. He was dating his daddy's former teammate's ex-wife, Larsa Pippen. They had a toxic relationship together, then broke up together, whatever. Finally, he's no longer with her. He with another snow bunny child, and not only with a snow bunny, but snow as well. Snow as well. So, before we move on to another topic, and I'm gonna get this off my screen quickly, you guys can see what he was doing right out in the open on vacation somewhere. Do you guys think that, because it's been this big debate going around online? Well, what do you expect? He's rich, he's Michael Jordan's son, and that's to be expected. And no, ma'am, I don't think so. I don't think so. Very distasteful, very distasteful, and it's a shame. It's a shame. Teresa, you say shaking my damn head. That's how I feel. Um, I don't know. He just seems to be a loose cannon to me. Marcus, the other children, Jasmine, she had a baby, I don't know, a couple years ago. She stays out of the press. And then Jeffrey, I don't hear too much about him either. But this Marcus is buck wild. Okay. And yeah, I just felt like that was a shame. So that was from It's Only Entertainment. If you guys want to go over there and read the comments and all of that, make sure to go over there on Instagram and support them. What else did I have when it comes to hot topics? All right. I want to get into this real quickly because I did say, Carisha, please. That's the name of the show. And that's what I said when I saw this interview between Carisha and Saucy Santana. So you guys know that Carisha is formerly of the City Girls. She went on to explain in this sit down that the group is no more. And a lot of us, especially those of us that cover pop culture and entertainment news and celebrity gossip and all of that, a lot of us had already figured out that it was no more. It was no more as far as JT and Carisha. Before I get to that, thank you, Follow Me Black TV. For the super chat, you say, sit your earth down somewhere right now. Child, you sound just like my mama. Or I sound like her, but she said it just like that, okay? Yes. And that's how I feel about both. Look, damn near everybody we done talked about so far. Nelly, sit your earth down. Krishan and Blueface, sit your earth down. They parent Blueface parents, everybody just sit down. Everybody, please. But thank you so much. Follow Me Black TV. Let me properly thank you.
Plenty dollars. Plenty dollars. Can we get
Thank you again. Samantha, you say everyone just getting on your nerves. Yes. It's a whole lot going on, and it will always be a whole lot going on. Who is that said these? That's Miss Tina. You said, I'm so sick of these high profile children slash people. I don't know about you guys, but I always said that just give me the money. If I had that money, I promise you, I would sit my arse down. Okay, child, just traveling. That's all I want to do. Just travel. Yeah. So they do need to sit their arse down, and I agree with you, Sam. They are getting on my nerves as well. But um, Young Miami sat down on her show, Carisha Please, that's on Revolt, and gave an interview. She wanted to talk about the past couple months. She wanted to talk about the Diddy stuff that's been going around. And I remember when they came out a couple days ago and they said that she would be sitting down for an exclusive interview. I put in the comments, she's not going to say anything about Diddy. The only thing she going to say is it didn't happen to me. And that's exactly what she said. That's exactly what she said. I do think that her being with Diddy played a big part in the breakup of her group, City Girls, because all she was thinking about was being with Diddy. She kept saying in this video that, she was his biggest cheerleader, big girl. You was one of a couple. But that's the thing. She wanted to be known as his biggest cheerleader. And then it sort of backfired on her. Did she have anything to do with what Diddy did? Absolutely not. But and I'll play what they shared here on the Shade Room. She didn't have anything to what Diddy did in the past, all these other people. But yeah, she, in my opinion, and I can't speak on whatever she experienced with him, but a man like that was controlling to the point of what he did to Cassie, what we're hearing now in these excerpts of what's being released of this alleged book of Kim Porter. A man like that don't just you ain't come in and shake shit up like that and just made that man a changed man. And I do believe that she witnessed some things, saw some things, and experienced some things. I do. Um, but let's take a look real quickly at what she had to say. Shout out to the Shade Room. And while we're doing that, you guys drop down in the comments and let me know if you watched. I know that they're saying, and I wish you guys can see my fingers because I got quotation marks over here. I know that they're saying that Diddy was sold his shares to Revolt and all of that. Revolt will always have Diddy ties, and if he sold his shares, I can guarantee he sold them to put them in his kids' names or something like that. So when I saw that her show was going to go on Revolt, there's still a Diddy tie. She just can't come out and say that. My opinion, my opinion. But let's go ahead and take a listen and put in the comments. I'm sorry, Kathy Johns. Kathy, thank you so very much for the super sticker. I appreciate you.
Thank you, boo boo. Thank you, and I got my money, boo boo.
Thank you, Kathy. But put in the comments your thoughts on this whole Carisha and Diddy thing. You know, naturally, I've never dated a celebrity that's high up like Diddy and all of that, but a woman can recognize things. And yeah, she thought she was the shiznit when it comes to dating that man, no matter the checkered past. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. You didn't watch. Yeah, I mean, she didn't share much, honestly. She didn't share much. So I'm gonna. Is that Tyra? Hey Tyra, how are you feeling? Miss Blackberry. Hey sis, hope you're doing well. I gotta chat with you too to make sure that everything is okay. Okay, Hoppy. Hoppy, I'm gonna start your comment. I'll read it after we watch. Facts, Miss Tina. Facts. Me and Miss Tina, we here. And I'm putting from my eyes to her eyes. We here today on our thoughts. But let's take a quick listen. And she's opening up about her relationship with Diddy and all of the above.
Well, how you feel, what you got to say? Because people feel like I was Diddy biggest cheerleader and I made him my brand. And I feel like Diddy was on brand for me. I got with Diddy and brought him into my life. I had him at the office. I was still doing rich roulette in the split. All right on. Ari slap on my head. I never think I was bigger than the program. To Diddy, why do you think that?
I don't know what she's talking about. She brought him to the office. I don't know what she means by that. There is no office you can take Diddy to. The man is a mogul, was. And she's trying to really say that she upgraded his life. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But let's go to the next one, child. She said in the caption, it says, I was just celebrating when the world was celebrating him. So why am I being crucified? Don't put us in it, child. Let's listen.
Diddy at P Party, and I met him when he was in a love era. And I met Diddy when the world was celebrating him and giving him his flowers while he was alive. Mm-hmm. Like he did, he was getting the Global Icon Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Key to the City. He had a new album that was coming out. So I was celebrating him with the world. And I just feel like everybody trying to crucify me for it. Like, you was his biggest advocate. You was his cheerleader, but I was just celebrating when the world was celebrating him. Mm-hmm.
You was doing more than celebrating the child. You was dropping it low and spreading it wide, okay? For that old man, considering her age, he is considered an old man. Look, Diddy should have been, and I said this before, Diddy should have been with Young Miami's mom, okay? Her mom is beautiful, more age appropriate, but she fell for the okie doke. Fell for the okie doke. And no, you were doing a little bit more than just celebrating him. You were, she told the girl Gina, who was once on Tasha K's platform, gave an interview, said that allegedly Diddy pushed her down the stairs when she was pregnant with his child and she lost it and all of that. Well, Young Miami at the time, when she was going back and forth online with Gina, she told us, me and Diddy will make you drop down to your knees and lick my you know what. Okay. So when she said that, that let me know that she was a part of his lifestyle. So, and I didn't get in this little clip that we just watched when she said when he was alive. What you mean when he was alive? Isn't he still alive? I don't get it. Let's look at the next one.
So why when all of these allegations and lawsuits came apart, like why didn't you speak?
Came about, not came apart. Ugh.
Because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience. And I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on.
All right. What she could have spoke on is how did you feel when the video and the pictures and everything else was released of Cassie? So that's why I did not agree. They should have had a professional journalist. If she was going to come out and give this exclusive interview, it shouldn't have been with her BFF, because he didn't ask all the questions that we want to host. We wanted to know. So yeah, you can't speak on, you wasn't there. But how did you feel when you saw the pictures? How did you feel? Let's finish.
On these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person and that wasn't my experience.
Child, they don't get out here with these rehearsed answers. And that's what I put in the comments. That's when I put in the comments, way before they even had the interview, when they teased us. What Bondi say? If she thinks they were on a level playing field and she wasn't just like all the other women he used, she's not being with herself and or us. Facts. Facts. Wasn't no level playing field. Diddy been at this thing before this chick was born. Okay? You didn't put him on. Miss Tina say she remembered the golden shower rumors. I'm going to throw the rumors in there. Yes. And at the time, child, I believe, don't hold me, I believe she said she liked it. She did, because she sat down with Trina and said that she likes a man to golden shower her. So, what's next? Let me go and get through this mess.
It really, really, really hurt me because I just feel like, Puff was a really, really good person to me. I feel like he came and he helped me and, he elevated me and he saw a lot of things in me. And I feel like that's like what.
Girl, he saw them boobs that's right here on the screen and he saw your age. That's it. He didn't see no talent, no potential, no nothing. He saw his next Vic. That's it.
One of his specialties, like he know how to like find people and identify their talent, and he was able to see more than music in me. And I felt like he brought out another side of me. Like he brought out like my gypsy side, like my woman side. Like it was like a lot of things that I didn't see in me that he brought out of me.
Yeah, that's how the older men try to make you believe that, child. That's what they want you to believe. How he bring out the woman in you. You got 2 kids. You've been in relationships. She said that she had been in a DV situation before and all of that. And look, I believe, and I'm going to get off of this. I believe that they still together. It's just not public. I believe that they're still together. But she did say, and let's see if it's in here, that they are no more.
Like, baby girl, you more than music. You are icon. You a fucking mogul. You know what I'm saying? Like, put God first. Make sure you keep God with everything that you do. But I just felt like when all of these things came out, I just needed to take a break and focus on what's important. That was just me and my career and my family, and just, let him navigate and figure it out on his own, because it really, really, really hurt me.
Girl, bye. Girl, bye. That's all I got to say about it. I'm not buying it at all. And she got egg on her face. That girl was at award shows with Hey Poppy or whatever she was saying. Thank you to legit to quit. Groomed. She was in the grooming stages and may not have even known that. He didn't bring out no woman in you, child, at all. Come on now. And he had this history forever, forever. But Hoppy, I don't have the video up of what she had to say about JT. But she did reveal that, they just strayed away and all of that. And she gave JT no choice. So, Hoppy, I'm going to disagree with you. JT was never her friend. Oh, well, I'm not going to disagree with that part because I did not like how, what's his name, Lil Uzi Vert? I did not like how he spoke to Carisha, um, at all. But when it comes to the breakdown of the group and the friendship and all of that, as I just said, and I'm only giving you all my opinions. As I just said, I just feel like she was wrapped up in Diddy's world. And she honestly thought that JT wasn't going to be able to do anything. Young Miami didn't care about JT. She held her down when she was in a slammer. But other than that, Young Miami was on these yachts. We know what they said about the alleged drugs and all of that. She was wrapped up in Diddy's world. And again, most older men are very controlling. So I'm sure it was a win-win for Lil Uzi Vert as well as Diddy, as far as separating the both of them. But JT has now gone on. She has a solo career. She just released an album doing really, really well. And I don't know, Hoppy. When it comes to that, I'm team JT. And look, it's not like I dislike any of them, both, neither of them. But in that situation, I'm team JT, because, yeah, in my opinion, Young Miami just didn't do it right. They also showed a video because they tried to act like JT was acting funny. And Carisha said that JT pulled away or whatever, but they showed an earlier video of Saucy Santana and Carisha. And in that video, they were saying she needs to just go ahead and do her thing solo. But again, that's in the Diddy mix. That's in the Diddy mix. And that shit came back to bite her. It really, really did. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Let's see. You felt all of his questions were feeding into the questions. Facts. And you know that they rehearsed them beforehand. You know that. Yes, Tyra. No, ma'am, we're not doing that. He saw that body. He saw that paid for a body he purchased. Could she be practicing for cross-examination in court? Ooh, baby peaches. Good point. Good point. She needs a lot of coaching before anyone believe what she's saying. Yeah. Yeah, look. Those of us, especially my age group, know all the rumors and everything, and we just know how cocky and arrogant and everything else that Diddy was. And yeah, she wasn't running anything. Please believe that. Let's see, couple more. He's seen hips, breasts, and thighs, and no sense. That part. That's it. That's it. Let's see. Couple more. Hey, healthcare workers. How are you? He paying her to put this out. Thank you, K Game Changer. That man is still in the mix. And she didn't touch on the details. As a woman, how did you feel? Not only Cassie, everybody else that then came out with proof. So yeah, I don't want to hear that. It didn't happen to me. He wasn't like that with me. How did you feel? And what she was supposed to say was disgusting. And whatever happens, happens. I got a daughter. There's no way that I could agree with a man doing that. None of that. None of that. So yes, he paid her. She's still on his payroll. The interview is on Revolt TV's YouTube channel. And that's still under the umbrella of Diddy for me. But let's go ahead real quickly because we do have let loose after this. Let's go ahead and get into the Gworls. The Gworls are fighting. And when I say the Gworls, Gworls, I'm talking about Funky Dineva, Armand, Al. Did Al Reynolds ever come out, y'all? I know he was married to Star, but I always felt like, she was his beard. Did he ever come out? Let me know. Thank you, Tyra. Tyra gifted Lisa Love with the Cutie Crew membership. Lisa Love, if you're not doing anything, join us for the Let Loose Lounge. You guys check my community wall about 10 minutes after this live ends, and I will have the link for the Cutie Crew as well as Patreon. But thank you, Tyra. That was so sweet of you, sis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wrote down a couple pages of notes because I did watch Armand's video. I also watched Funky Dineva's sit down with Carlos King. Hey, Chronicles of Kim K. Okay, Neva P, thank you. I never knew if he did or not. Did he say bye? Neva said yes, he did. He said he bye. And I'm gonna say bye-bye. I'm gonna say, okay. Chronicles of Kim K said the same thing. I'm gonna say bye-bye to bye. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say. He always gave full for me. For me. I'm gonna get to that, Teresa. Yeah, I'm gonna touch on that. That's why I got Carlos Waddup though. I need a comma in that. I'll do that after. I hate grammatical errors and all of that. Chronicles of Kim K, go ahead on somewhere with that bye-bye. Talking about bye. Okay. Snatch by Diego. Hey, Snatch by Diego. How are you? Yes, sweet essence, and we about to get hot with it too. Now, as I mentioned, I saw Funky's interview with Carlos. Armand came out after that. I watched his full YouTube video. Then I watched Funky's response on Instagram. We'll look at that together real quickly and in a minute though. But whole lot of messiness going on. That's just it. That's all. That's just it. That's all. Whole lot of back talking, secret phone calls, text messages, and all of the above. I'm so glad I saw this comment because we definitely gonna do that before I get it going. Linda Gamble said there are 300 at the time, 18 watching, and only 217 likes. Now, look, I know a lot of you guys are in the bushes. I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out again to the replay gang yang. But if you are in the bushes or when you come back to watch, make sure to hit the like button. If you're in the bushes, though, don't be spectator.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectate, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
Don't be spectator, child. Don't be spectator. Drop down, chit chat with us before we go. But please make sure, please hit the like button. Please make sure you're subscribed as well. Okay. But let's go ahead and get back into this. And I'll put them back up on the screen. While I'm talking, you guys let me know your thoughts on all of this. Like I said, everybody messy. Everybody messy. When it comes to Funky Dineva and Carlos's interview, I felt like it was good. Just me. I did unsubscribe from Funky with the whole Kiki commentary that he gave. Very distasteful. But if I'm just being honest, and I think I told you guys this before, I've been watching Funky Dineva for years. All the way back to the My Hair Is Laid Like days. And when it comes to this interview with Carlos, I must say that I did see maturity. I did see maturity Funky Dineva in that interview. This is where content creating gets a little tricky because content creators must and should give their opinions, their truthful opinions, no matter what. I think I may have lost a couple subscribers of, somebody on one side and I'm on the other as far as commentary. And for me, as long as it's not out here that's just vulgar and whatever, we all gonna always have differences of opinions most times, and that's okay. That's normal. So when it comes to Funky Dineva, I had to look at him in that way as well, even with the distasteful things that he said about a lot of folks, Mel, Kiki, well, a lot of other people as well. I had to, in my head, just say, this man giving his opinions. That's not you. His opinions. And separate. Sometimes you gotta separate. Amina, I'm gonna start your comment. I'll read it in a second. But he did mature. Even if I don't agree with a lot of what he said and done, I will give him that. But this is where, and you guys let me know in the comment section how you think. Classy KC talking about she be in the bushes, but you promise you not spectator. Thank you for dropping down out the bushes, Classy KC. I'm gonna give you a spectator because I'm giving you the side eye. I'm gonna give you the spectator real quick.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectates, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
Ooh, chow. Thank you, Classy Casey, for that comment. Child, y'all know Wanda is in my little town, baby. And I wanted to go, honestly, to the Harris Waltz rally today. And I don't want to go nowhere near no strip, no nothing, because Spectations Wanda is down there, child, somewhere. But this is where we may have differences of opinions. And again, guys, it is okay. I want you guys, while I'm going over my little notes, put it in the comments at the top of this. Who do you agree with? If you know what's going on, somebody said earlier the streets been hot, and they have been. Do you agree with Armand, or do you agree with Funky Dineva? Put that in the comments, and I'm gonna stop looking at this phone, child. Teresa laughing. But this is what I feel. What he said about Armand, some of it, I agreed with it. I didn't think that it was disrespectful. I didn't think that what he said was bad. And look, on the outside looking in of the whole Foxhole situation, at the time, I did say, and I still partially say, Armand did F up the thing. The money. F up the thing in Funky Dineva's voice. Look, roasting will always be roasting. You know, it's a whole lot of YouTube channels that's just geared towards roasting folks. Beef sector, all of the above. So I didn't have a problem with the roast, but what I still don't even have a personal problem, or it didn't affect me in that way. But the roast that Armand did, to me, it seemed a little bit too detailed. It seemed a little bit too personal. And it seemed to me that he had to have gotten that tea from somewhere. Because, look, any of us, when you start a new job, yes, you qualify. Armand is an excellent, accomplished, and established content creator. But in that space, a new job, you can't go in pals blazing. You know what I mean? You got to get settled, get comfortable in your spot and all of that. And I do think again that that roast was a little bit too personal. Armand came out swinging, in my opinion, a little too hard and a little too soon. Secure your spot. Yes, they hired you. Yes, they signed a contract, and he cleared it up because a lot of us thought that he got the same pay that Funky got. Funky Dineva effed up the thing his damn self, and I'll get to that in a minute, but ain't nowhere in the world I'm walking away from no $225K just to sit there and talk. Please. But Armand said that they started him off with $70K. He did say that, Al was very messy. It did seem like on some of the shows that I caught, Al seemed to be feeling like he's Big Brother Almighty. You know what I'm saying? Trying to son Armand. But even with that, I just feel like, um, he did go in a little strong. Indigo Girl, I haven't gotten caught up all the way on what was revealed today. I'm gonna do that this tonight or tomorrow, but I did hear about some Zoom calls, chow, and everything else. Okay. Um, and even Claudia mentioned that they recorded a lot of those Zoom calls. Hold on. Um, Look, I'm not saying that Al was above Armand in any way. In any way. No, no, no. Um, but I don't know. I think without the roast, the show would have continued. Let me just put it that way. And that was Armand's problem when it comes to Funky Dineva, because Funky Dineva said that he really does feel like Armand was responsible for the show ending. Um, Behind the scene, though, guys, all of them, each and one of them, were talking behind the scenes, gossiping, and all of that, talking about each other to each other. Al was running to Funky. Claudia was running to, it seems, everybody. I don't know. And I do think that in a way, Armand was just caught in the middle. Um, Baby girl, put what channel? I caught wind of that maybe 20, 30 minutes. I don't know if it was Conscious TV. Put in the chat what platform that Zoom call is on, and I'll make sure to watch. And this is so off topic. I was walking my dogs this morning and a mosquito bit me on the cuticles of my thumb. You guys can imagine how that feels. Okay, Conscious TV. I think that's whose thumbnail and all of that I caught. But look, I think that Al was a diva. That's why I said bye-bye to Chronicles of Kim K. Bye. No, I think he was a straight up diva. I think Al is messy. I think he's insecure. And Armand said that Al started acting funny when he and Claudia made amends. So Funky Dineva, and all this is alleged. All this that I'm saying is alleged. Funky Dineva dropped the dime to Armand about Claudia being messy. I think they all wanted to get her out of there. Al was playing Claudia and Armand. So in front of the scenes, he acted like he liked Claudia. Behind the scenes, he acted like he sort of let it be known that he didn't. All of them. So again, I do think that unfortunately for Armand, he was caught in the middle. He had too many people in his ear. I really, really do believe that. But I will say this when it comes to Funky Dineva. Armand kept on saying how Funky was sitting up there with his legs crossed, looking like a grandpa. Now I did say that he did mature, but he was sitting up there like, and nothing. I am not going to take anything against him or any other content creator that's doing a damn thing, especially on YouTube. The man say he making 50,000 a month. Baby, that is my dream, okay? So I'll give him that. But it was a little bougie. It was a little looking down on. And you guys know I love to be called bougie. So I ain't saying bougie in a bad way. He was frowning down upon Armand in his response to Carlos. And he blamed him. And look, Funky, you really, really, in my opinion, did not want Armand to succeed. Because if you did, you wouldn't have tried to sabotage the show when you left. So even Funky doesn't even Armand having a conversation before Armand was on Fox Soul, you couldn't have wanted him to succeed because you started going live the same time that they goes live and all of that. And I probably would have did the same thing, but it wouldn't have been no phone calls. You know what I mean? All of them, each and every one of them messed up their money. look, there was a time where Black folks didn't even have a voice, less known on a platform such as Fox Soul and all of that. And yeah, Claudia, Funky, and Al, they all were making 225K, and Armand starting off at 70K. They all, in my opinion, because of the messed up some easy money, child. Producers put the show together and the topics and the stories and all of that beforehand. And all you got to do is sit there for a couple hours and talk about it. Come on now. But let's touch on this real quick. When it comes to the Gworls, GWORS fighting, I like it. Okay. I like it, and I'm going to tell you guys why. Nothing wrong with this at all. They stick together, baby. The Gworls stick together. You're not going to scroll through too many YouTube streets and see Armand snapping off on Funky if something didn't happen to him and all of that. They really stick together. And if you guys agree or disagree, put it in the chat for me. Put it in the chat for me. If on the outside looking in, it seems like the Gworls stick together. 9 times out of 10, for me, the majority are going to give commentary about women. Women make up the majority on reality TV shows and all of that. So I get it. But, it's not often that you're going to see them going back and forth at each other, child. And I have my popcorn, still got it, okay? I'm waiting to see what else come out. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you. And yeah, even when it comes to holding their own accountable in a lot of cases, if they do, it's in a nice way. If they do, it's in a nice way. They ain't gonna get that same shade of, when they come out going at women, some of them. So yeah, I've been sitting back and I've been enjoying it, honestly, because they do give sometimes harsh commentary, and it is what it is. But the key person here that was starting all of this mess was Al Reynolds. And it didn't backfired on him. It backfired. I think so too, Pat B. Pat B said they all were wrong, and I totally agree with you. Each and every one of them played a part. From, again, the gossiping on the phone, even listening to Claudia when she called into Armand's show. Well, yeah, I did say some things before, but and I'm sure they all did. They made amends. And look, this is why my mama always told me, and I still operate like this till this day. You go to work to make a living. You go to work to make money. You're not going there to make love. Meaning, don't get involved romantically with somebody on the job. And you're really not going there to make friends. And I think that if they all would have kept that in perspective, I think Fox Soul would still be here. So I think they all played a part. It was a lot of talking. Armand, he and Al went out one night. They on live together. Al in the live saying, well, I love him. I love Armand. Then the very next damn day, he talking about Armand. Child. That's why I don't do the intermingling, I just don't. I do think that in a situation such as that, me personally, what the network said, somebody, y'all put another show together, I'll be there. I promise you, I'm going to mind my business, do what we need to do, and go home. You know what I mean? And yeah. Oh, Irene, that's Al's problem, period. That Armand is younger, and he again has been out here doing this thing for quite some time. But my personal opinions was some of the things that he said in that roast. How would you know? How would you know? And I think that, again, he was a victim to people being in his ear and talking about folks. And yeah, after that roast, the show was gone, baby. You know, he don't want to be sunned, and I don't blame him. But this is what tripped me out. Funky Dineva child playing a little slow, like he don't know what's going on. And Funky, you know. So I'm going to play what he had to say on Instagram. And before I do that, though, give me one quick second, guys. Now, what now? You said I would agree with him. Both. They each spoke their own truth. You agree with him, or you agree with both. Now, what now? They each spoke their own truth. And I agree with that. I agree they spoke their truth. I do think that their feelings, all of them, were valid. I agree with both too, because I agree with what Funky said, just basically from the outside looking in. We know that receipts have been dropping, and you know, maybe I will change, but from the outside looking in at that time, and I still think that, yeah, I'm gonna get your ass in another way, but I ain't about to F up my job. So I think the roast, it was some interminglings up in there. You know what I mean? But thank you now. What now for the super chat? Let me put I'm gonna put my ignorant guy up here. Thank you again for the super chat.
Boo boo, thank you. And I got my money, boo boo.
Ooh, child, he loud. Hey, Simone, how are you? Simone, I hope you're gonna be in the Let Loose Lounge. Let's take a look real quickly, guys, at what Funky Dineva had to say. Seems like to me got a little enjoyment, child, out of the whole thing. And yes, he spoke his truth, but speak the truth. Funky know that he's close to Al, in my opinion. And that was evident, obvious, the night of that roast. Al got his butt off of work and probably hadn't even made it to his car. And he was on the phone with Funky Dineva going off. So you only call trusted people about that information. He called Funky Dineva. And if Al was comfortable enough to be able to talk to Funky Dineva about Armand, that let me know that that Funky Dineva and Al has had other conversations about Armand. You know, you just can't deny that. Al didn't call one of his boys friends, or you know what I mean, or whatever. He didn't call, you know what I mean, a BFF, somebody else. He called Funky. So let's take a listen to what Funky Dineva had to say. And you guys, see, Neva, you know me and you always on the same page, child. Baby. But let's take a listen. Uh-oh.
And I'm just like reading the comments on my last live and just piecing things together. And I am in this house laughing my behind off because where I am right now mentally definitely feels like that position that Portia was in on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I want to pause real quickly. For me, it really wasn't a laughing matter. Armand got very emotional, started crying at one point, and yeah, I don't see what's funny. And you can't act like you ain't know what was going on. Portia ass knew what was going on to a certain extent as well with what he's trying to compare this to. Let's continue.
Where her and Phaedra got into it about that stuff with Candy, and Phaedra lied about where the information came from and had Portia up here looking stupid. I was going through the comments, and the overwhelming majority of a lot of the comments are saying that I'm gaslighting Armand and that I'm refusing to call out Al. And I'm like, okay.
You are. I'm going to stop it right there because I see the legend in the chat, baby. Aunt Debbie. Hey, Aunt Debbie. Nice to see you in the chat, Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie, we got to talk tomorrow. It's a must. We got to talk, but thank you for coming through. She's the legend. Now, Linda Gamble is the legend of the mods, but Aunt Debbie is the legend, period, out in these YouTube streets. And Teresa Wright, thank you, Teresa, for gifting 5 Cutie Crew memberships. April is a member. Nicole, Coco Lee, 32 shots, and Sybil Palmer. If you guys are not doing anything, I had it scheduled for 6:45 Central Standard Time. Let's do 7. I'm gonna need a couple minutes to get the live scheduled. But next week, Love and Marriage Huntsville is back, so we will be live watching that, and the time will be 6:45. But give me the 7 tonight. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. It wasn't a laughing matter for me, Funky. And this is gaslighting what you're doing right now, if you ask me, because as I said, you and Al gotta have a close relationship of some sort because he called you first. Okay, let's continue.
So many people are saying this, like something has to be a little off, or there is a piece that's missing that either is not connecting with me or not connecting with y'all. So let me just clear up one thing, and so we can all try to get a little bit of understanding. Everybody is saying Al is a snake, and why don't I call out Al?
Al is a snake, and according to these new happenings, they got him on tape being a snake, running the HR and everything else. So yeah, if that's your friend, hold him accountable. Don't do what you're doing right now, which is acting like Carisha. It didn't happen to me. No.
I am completely being honest here, and it has nothing to do with friendship. It has nothing to do with friendship. Up until the time that I left, there was nothing for me to call Al out on outside of what we've already talked about, which is the text messages, so on and so forth. I'm seeing things in the comments about investigations, Al allegedly talking to HR, trying to get our mom fired. I am here to tell y'all at 11:25 p.m. on August 8th of 2024, I do not know nothing about that, and I did not know nothing about that. A lot of people are saying, I need to watch Armand's video because he posted some receipts. That's all fine and well. I don't indulge in trauma porn. I'm not watching nothing with somebody going off on me. You can.
Okay. And I'll play the rest in a minute. He does not, or at that time, did not want to go and watch whatever Armand had to say about him. I don't think he had to watch Armand's video because, it went viral. So you're going to find out either way. But I agree with that, though. I don't entertain mess. You know what I mean? So people can tag me and do whatever. Ain't nothing going on. I agree with that part only so far.
Tell your mama to do that, okay? But if anybody wants to call me and explain to me what I'm missing, then I am open to hearing it. But as far as you need to call out Al, I don't know what I would be calling him out on at this point.
What you could have called him out on is, Al, why you calling me? Why you calling me, telling me what just happened in that roast? You could have started there.
Because I was not there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he and I communicated, and he kept me abreast of things that were going on at TGIF. And, as with anything, people tell the stories from their side. They do. And it's not hard for me to believe much of what was coming out of his mouth because it was consistent with a lot of what was going on when I was there. But again, call out Al. Call out Al. I have no problem calling out anybody who was wrong, including myself. And I have no problem coming back and correcting something if I was wrong. I am operating in this moment off of the information that I have. Okay? When I left TGIF, Claudia and I, we were no longer in a relationship, and me and Armand never talked again. Nobody ever called me and said, let me tell you what Al did. Nobody ever said,
You work with Al long enough. You work with Al long enough to pick up on some things. Now. Come on now. And if we find out that Al didn't really care about Claudia, you and Claudia's relationship ended after Fox Soul. That meant that it wasn't too strong while you were there. I'm sure there were just internal mess.
Al is trying to get me fired. These are all things that I am finding out, and all of that is allegedly. So again, call out Al. I don't know what I'm calling him out on. And it's funny because quiet as it's kept, if I'm being totally honest, it's beginning to look like my ass the same way I said Armand got swept up in some stuff that he didn't have and didn't know that he was getting swept.
No, sir. Cassie said backpedaling and Uzi popping.
Up in. It's starting to look like my ass done got swept up in some stuff that I don't know. So if somebody want to fill me in, if somebody want
Al filled you in. Come on now.
To call me and let me know what all the hell going on, please call me, because I don't appreciate sitting up here on the internet looking like Portia when she was looking stupid down to that reunion. And if I'm being totally honest, that's how I feel right now. I don't know what's going on.
Yes, you do. I'm sorry. And if you didn't know what was going on, you shouldn't have spoken on it. You shouldn't have said anything on that interview with Carlos King. You know, if you didn't know what was going on, you keep your personal feelings and opinions, especially if you had a conversation about that young man, keep that to yourself. So yeah. Go ahead on. Who is that said he ain't gonna play in my face? Was that Chronicles of Kim K? Yes. I feel the same way. And Armand's feelings is valid as far as the way that he felt when he went live. And, I saw the emotions in him and all of that. And, again, feelings were valid. But that's enough of Funky with the gaslighting child. Anyway, it seems like I don't know who's blue or what. Blue is for the apple heads. But one of them said, when you get to a place where you are settled enough in your spirit, we should talk. I believe that may have been Funky reaching out to Armand. And then Armand said, I'm going to call you. Someone just sent me your video. I'm cracking up. So that's what I'm thinking. So real quickly, you guys, I see a whole lot of comments about this. And I do think that response especially was gaslighting. Because you know more than what you're trying to act like you don't know. Do I think that any of this is Carlos's fault? I don't. So I've been seeing a lot of people. We're going to get into Carlos real quick and then we're going to have to go. I've been seeing a lot of people saying like they felt that Funky Dineva's interview and what came out of Funky's mouth is Carlos's fault. And it's not. I don't think that they sat back and said, okay, now when it's time for you to say this about what happened at Fox Soul, say this and that. That was all Funky. And he was not totally wrong. But if I was somebody that you, in quotation marks, was looked at as a mentor, when he offered advice to Armand, told him who to stay away from, who to talk to, do this, do that, or whatever, then yeah, you are in a mentor role to him. And as a mentor, you shouldn't have said it, but I still don't think that what Funky Dineva said was totally wrong. Yes, it was a roast and it was a gag, but the details of the roast and the gag is, I think, what a lot of people was like, oh my God, where he get all that from and how? So soon. He was only there for a couple months. That's that on that. Simone said Armand knew because Funky diarrhea, child. not Frankie Diarrhea Child, was telling him the backstory. You notice he posted this response to Armand on Instagram, not YouTube. He didn't want his 500K followers to go see what Armand filled in. Oh, good point. Good point. Good point. But that story went viral. So, I think his followers, they know by now. His interview sort of went viral. Well, it went viral because of Armand coming and making his video. So, let's see. She's going to need some, I don't know what that is, child, Creole girl. Let's see. Couple more comments. Funky has not matured. He has other projects coming up and want to seem mature. You are gaslighting. Who? Me, Neva? He seemed mature to me. And honestly, I'll say this. Based off of where his content started to where it is now, even with, some of the disgusting shit that he said and done, he has matured a whole lot to me. Hey, Simply. Hey, Simply Beautiful. Hey, Terry T Baby. Hey, Brenda. But I'm gaslighting me, but let me know, child. We'll have to discuss that in the Let Loose Lounge. Hey, G Squad. Hey, Venice. Okay, couple more comments, and then I'm just gonna get on Southwest Airlines, child, real quickly. Cause I don't even intake that. I don't intake that at all. Because you didn't like Claudia either, so he could talk what he wanted. Funky Dineva didn't like Claudia either. Okay, you talking about Funky was gaslight. Okay, Neva. I'm like, no, sis. Uh, yeah. Look, I'm just gonna say, if I want to split this up, how many people involved? 4 people. I'm gonna give Al 50%, Al Messi Reynolds, and 25% to each and to each of the others. But I do think that they all made up to all of them the downfall of Fox Soul. Funky Dineva did what he wanted to do as far as leaving that show. Naturally, he has that right. But I do think that he got a joy out of that show. Number one, when the ratings and the numbers tanked after he left, I think he got a joy going live the same time that they went live. And I also think he got a joy of Armand effing up the thing, child. I do. I really, really do. I don't know which phone beeping over here. So that's that on that. Give me 1 second, guys. This is 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hit the like button while I turn this air up. Maybe because my desk is closer to this window, but I done got it's a little stuffy in here. Let's see. Right here. I'm back. Funky came from a place of vitriol for Armand, like he did Kiki, Mel, Chloe, and the list goes on. Yeah, and look, I think I made videos about each person that you mentioned, Chronicles of Kim K. I did. I didn't like naturally when he called Mel all them biatches, and you know what I mean? That's why I say the Gworls are fighting. But as women, we do have to listen to a lot of that when it comes. And look, I got gay men and women in my family. Very, very, very big supporter, advocate, all of the above. So I'm not saying it in that way. But yeah, even this exchange wasn't as vile as we've seen a lot of commentary. But everybody that you mentioned, Chronicles of Kim K, I made videos about. Chloe, Mel, Kiki, you know what I mean? And yeah, he really didn't want Armand, in my opinion only, to succeed. No matter if he did have a conversation before. I don't think so. Okay. When it comes to Carlos And I said, what up, though? Carlos, the people got questions. I'm not going because I don't play around with, those types. So I'm definitely not going to say everything that was said over there on Southwest's channel. However, there was some very, very, very strong accusations. And when a person operates in that manner, they got some shit on you. I don't know what went wrong in that situation. I don't know if at one point she and Carlos were close and had relations behind the scenes as far as content or coverage or whatever. But the things that was said, she's basically, everybody want to talk about Al wanted to son Armand, Southwest son Carlos King. Give me 1 second. Brittany Janae. Thank you, Brittany Janae. Thank you so much, sis, for the super chat. You said, child, I'm gonna have to play Spectations just because you put it there. Al and Funky are both Spectations. Now look, Brittany, thank you for the super chat, but let me play Spectations real quick.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectates, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
Brittany, I love me some you, but they not spectations. Spectations mean you a spectator. That's what she was trying to say, child. All of them in this mess, Brittany Janae. Ain't none of them no spectations. Claudia. Like I said, I think Armand was the victim. I do. I think Armand was the victim. Irene, your comment sums it up for me. You said accusations and daring anybody. The parts that I saw of Southwest's video, that shit was personal to me. So at first I was like, is she just inserting herself? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? But again, the level of hatred and everything else that she was saying, I believe something went wrong. I believe something went wrong. I see a couple of you guys in the comments saying the payment stopped. Simone said it's simple. The dollars is drying up. Southwest hasn't been paid by the snake since the beginning of the season. When HR send her the dollars, she'll go back to hating on Mel. Good point. That's what it seems like to me. Kelly, get away from me talking about play Spectations again. I'm going to play Spectations on the way out. Look, I totally agree with you, Simone. Totally agree. Teresa said it was too personal. It was too personal. I heard hatred. I heard hatred in her and her co-pilot's voice. Heard, saw all of the above. And I'm like, my goodness. Something, exactly what you just typed, Teresa, is what I was about to say. Something had to go wrong. Something had to go wrong. So, yeah, Carlos, what up, though? Can we hear about this on Messy Monday? Can you and Dr. Heavenly cover this? Because, I ain't seen no cease and desist, no nothing. No nothing. And PK Joe, that's why I can't watch. It was straight hatred and not an alleged, thank you, PSR, not an alleged insight. Not an alleged insight. Not a this is just for entertainment purposes only in my opinions only. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So, yeah, we want, you're interviewing everybody else, pull them on up there. Pull them on up there because you are, this established producer, executive producer, and creator with a whole lot to lose, in my opinion. And I just don't see how you let something like that just go. I just don't. Chronicles of Kim K said, I'm looking on my phone. Honey, Southwest have vitriol. Came from her soul and veins. But she'll flip-flop by the end of the month, child. See, I don't even look, child. Yeah, oh, child. We'll talk about it and let loose. What I say, y'all remind me. And I'll give a little more of my thoughts. I don't play with a lot of folks because that one close. And you know, shit could get tricky. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. I have seen the flip-flopping. I will say this and then we out of here because I got 20 minutes. I did not care for what was said about Kiki. I don't think that anybody is privy to whatever other than her family. And even that is reckless. You know what I mean? Unless, let's say, and rest in peace to Kiki. Unless, let's say, Kiki's husband reached out to this person and said, this happened. That's exactly what happened. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. To put that out there with the absolute certainty. That's disgusting. And I don't care how much she hates Carlos or whatever the case may be. That's wrong. That's wrong. Kiki's has a husband and children and all of that. And that's why I don't understand old Wanda be out here slanging and banging, but she let a whole lot of people slide, just like Funky Dineva. That was disgusting. And, you know, when a person has gone on to glory, just let them rest. Just let them rest. I can't speak for you guys. I don't need to know. I don't. All I know, she's no longer here. And I am one that, you know, I'm not going to disrespect those that's gone on. You know, it was, you know, it just let me know, yeah, this is the reason why you don't come over here and click nothing. This one of the reasons right here. It should never be that serious. And yeah, you know, I would have to be talking to a lawyer or something. Cause yeah, you know, very large platform, and you coming out here and saying it with your chest. Saying it with your chest. And at some point, content and all this bullshit goes out the window for me. You know what I mean? It goes out, you know, we can speculate, is Martell and Ariane still together? Or Mel, we could talk about Mel, we could talk about this or whatever. But there's always a limit for me. Always a limit. I'm not crossing over to some different type of territories for no clicks or no views. I'm sorry. And I appreciate all 24 headed to 25,000 of you that's been rocking with me. You guys sometimes want me to get in some mess. I ain't getting in no disgusting mess. You know what I mean? And yeah, if I was, you would be getting some papers. Or you gonna keep her name out your mouth. You're gonna keep my late wife's name out your mouth. So we'll discuss a little bit more when it comes to the Let Loose Lounge. Put some purple hearts in the chat. Rest in peace to Kiki. I do want to say again, shout out to each and every one of you. Those of you that send me a super chat, cash app, or anything this month so far, thank you, thank you, thank you. To the Cutie crew, thank you for buying into the membership. Those that's on Patreon, I promise y'all, I'm coming with some exclusive content. Life be lifing in a good way. You know, since I made my decision, and child, I be out in these streets, but I have to hone down. So I do have a story, like I said, of Atlanta, Georgia married couple. Can't wait to share it with you guys and get your thoughts, child. It was a whole hot mess. Let me give Brittany a Janae spectations again.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectates, whatever they word is. I probably want to respect that.
Child, Wanda, I'll be playing that for life. I just want to let you know. I will be playing that. Shout out again to Teresa Wright for gifting 5 Cutie Crew memberships. Tyra, make sure to tell Papa Tyra hello for gifting a membership. Aunt Debbie, praying for you. Love you, love you, love you. Square Biz, praying for you and your family. Love you as well. Love each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for rocking with your girl. I appreciate you guys. I said 5 o'clock my time, 7 Central. You guys may have to give me 10 after the hour. 7:10. Let me create that live. Let me get the episode ready. I could not find this episode on YouTube, so I'm going to share it tonight from DirecTV. So let me get that set up, but I'm going to schedule the live immediately to the Cutie Crew. The post that you will see on the community wall will be this one right here. And in the body of the comments and the caption of the post, you will also see the link. So we will be meeting at 7:10 Central. Click the link. That's going to take you in the live. That's 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Get your drinks ready. You guys know you can cuss. You can type your cuss words and everything else in the Let Loose Lounge. Let me schedule this live, get my drink together, and then I'll be right over there. For those of you, what time is it? 6:45. Those of you that are in Huntsville, again, shout out to my 2 winners, Mama V, as well as Master RN Degrees. I hope you guys enjoy mimosas with Mel. Have a ball, and send pictures and videos so we can look at them and ooh and ah. I wish I could hear all of the panelists. I really, really do. Okay, Creole girl, we gonna let loose, child. That Let Loose Lounge ain't nothing nice. You getting your ready? You gonna get water? Okay, Tyra, you drinking water, child. I'm about to go in there and make me a strawberry lemonade, some type of concoction with some Tito's in it. Okay, so I'm out of here. If you guys were spectators, please still hit that like button for me. But thank you guys again for joining me for this Saturday Power Hour. I'll be back tomorrow. I had a little more Huntsville happenings, but we'll do that tomorrow evening. I'll be live tomorrow evening. I do think that it is almost confirmed. I'm still a little confused. Dog it, I can't say anything. Let me just say, I think Stormy lied. I ain't going to say what. I'll talk about that tomorrow. And I think there may be confirmation of a couple other folks. Okay? We'll talk about it tomorrow. But I love you guys. Let me go get ready for the Cutie Crew and my Patroni Cuties. Chat with you guys soon. Bye. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.